Life for All presents Daily Food series, The Word of Life, The Fellowship of Life, and the Living Stones for the Edification. Volume 1. The Time Has Come for God to Rule the Earth by Pedro.
Week 4. The Fellowship of Life produces love. Monday. The Word promotes the circulation of life. Read with prayer. If we say we have fellowship with Him and walk in darkness, we lie and do not practice the truth. 1 John chapter 1, verse 6. We have already seen the need to circulate the word of life that the Lord has given us. This week, we will see that the circulation of the word, which is the fellowship of life, brings us life and light. Light enlightens us so we can deal with our sins. Then we are fit to do God's work. Furthermore, life and light produce in us the love of God, which enables us to fulfill the commandment to love one another. Regarding the issue of sins, John wrote, "My little children, these things I write to you, so that you may not sin. And if anyone sins, we have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ the righteous. And He Himself is the propitiation for our sins, and not for ours only, but also for the whole world." 1 John chapter 2, verses 1 and 2. Note that John used little children, an affectionate term. At this time, he was already elderly, having probably exercised his ministry between the years 70 AD and 100 AD. This indicates that he had already acquired spiritual maturity by experiencing the love of Christ in his life. It is believed that he began his ministry after the martyrdom of the Apostle Paul, which occurred around 67 AD, and that of Peter, which occurred a few years later. He wrote affectionately to the brothers and sisters of the churches around the year 90 AD. At the beginning of his first epistle, John speaks about the word of life and how it, which is life itself, has been proclaimed to the churches. The word of life is a person, Christ, who is life itself. The word is something concrete, someone who was contemplated, touched, and handled by John and the other apostles. 1 John chapter 1, verses 1 to 3. John spoke about a living person, Christ. Hence, his words promoted the circulation of life among the members of the body. After speaking about the fellowship of life, John mentioned that God is light, and there is no darkness in Him at all. Immediately afterward, he deals with the matter of sin. 1 John chapter 1, verses 5 through 7. By this, the apostle wants to show us that the sin we commit interrupts the fellowship of life. For example, if any member of our body does not receive the circulation of blood, which provides nutrients and eliminates toxins, it will stop functioning and die. The same thing happens spiritually. This means that when addressing sin, John does not consider it a mere moral or ethical issue, but an interruption of the circulation of life, which entails the loss of the fellowship of life. This is the main point. To keep us alive and spiritually healthy, we need the circulation of life. The statement, "If we say that we have not sinned, we make Him a liar, and His word is not in us," 1 John chapter 1, verse 10, indicates that we cannot think that we are immune to sin. The apostle makes it very clear that to claim that we have not sinned is heresy, because sin has not been eradicated from us. Our old man still carries within him the sinful nature. Therefore, we are still capable of falling into sin. Hence, let us be careful about this issue. However, if we remain in the fellowship of life, sinning will be more difficult. The circulation of life brings us God Himself, who is light. Being enlightened, we will be more alert to sin. Let us increasingly value the fellowship of life, through which we receive the light of the Lord.